Hey, what's going on? All right, I still got this cough. I don't know what the story is with it, but figure this is why I haven't been going live. So I figured I'd come out and say hello and maybe talk about a topic for a few minutes if anybody's around and wants to. So we'll see if we had a couple of people on that want to mix it up. But first of all, I've changed into my evening pajamas. I spent the day in my day pajamas, and now I'm in my evening pajamas. I got new ones. Very excited. I don't know if any of you ladies have ever used Soma. Soma's wonderful. They have lovely pajamas, but I got a really good deal because let me tell you, girls and guys, online shopping right now, if you need some stuff, they are slashing the prices and doing the deals if you pay attention. And then there's all this stuff like WikiBuy and everything else you can get some crazy deals. So who all is here? I'm not sure my StreamYard comment thing is working right. Can you give me a shout? Let me know you're here. Let me see. Let me see if I can get at it from Facebook. I know I have some people here, but I don't know who's here. So I do have comments. Yeah, the comment thing's not working right. So let's see if I can get them from here. Whoops. Natalia, Javi. Hello, hello, hello. And the rest of you guys that are here, hello, hello, hello. I'll see if you leave me a comment. I'll see it on my phone. If you're on YouTube, I may not see your comment. It looks like everything's wiki-wacky. And I think it's because so many people are online right now. So many people are teleconferencing, video conferencing, video schooling. I have a lot of people that are complaining, Zoom doesn't work. And I'm like, dudes, they went from like 30,000 users to hundreds of thousands of users in a couple of weeks. It's a sign of the times. So part of the game right now. So let's talk about attraction marketing. Everybody knows it's my favorite topic. I have been an attraction marketer for many years now. I first discovered it. Bridget, I'm telling you, the deal on these pajamas was crazy. Crazy. I mean, these are like really nice pajamas. They're normally, you probably normally pay like almost $60 for the set. And I think I bought them for like 18. So anyway, and they're very not more soft. And they're especially made for ladies like me who sweat at night. Sorry, too much information, but I'm menopausal. What can I tell you? So they're something cool pajamas. So anyway, attraction marketing. Okay, and there's so much confusion. In fact, it was funny. I was in this group the other day and somebody asked me a question, or I got involved in a conversation. I had a woman adamantly like kind of barking at me about that's not attraction marketing. I'm like, okay, well, since I was the protege to the person who started it and they've given me crowns and called me the queen and all this other stuff, I think I know a little bit about attraction marketing. I also know a little bit about what attraction marketing isn't. And I also know about the foundational skills that are required for somebody to become an attraction marketer. And part of the problem that we've seen over the years, because a lot of people now have kind of run the other way, is it's really simple. People were invited to become involved with attraction marketing before they had foundational skills. So therefore, they weren't prepared for the work that's involved in attraction marketing. So let's talk about it for a minute. And again, if you're commenting, I'll see it over here. Definitely share, give me some hearts, pass it around, because I think it's going to be very helpful to a lot of folks. And I haven't been out teaching it a lot lately, and I haven't been out talking about it a lot lately. And there's whole new crops of people that are confused. And I want to, I certainly want to be helpful. So traditional network marketing, direct response, affiliate marketing, all of that type of stuff, not direct response, but traditional stuff, okay? It's you approach the person, okay? You approach the person, you have a little opening line, whether it's via phone, whether it's in the supermarket, whether it's hard now with masks, right? Whether it's on Facebook Messenger, whether it's on Twitter, it doesn't really matter. You're approaching the person and you're often asking or taught to ask an opening question that then opens the conversation up and you're able to start to find out, if the person might be a candidate, and then you invite them, right? You invite them to take a look at what you're doing. That's the traditional stuff. Whether you work in a phone room and you call people up and you pitch them, whether you're doing calls to leads about network marketing and you're screening them and then inviting them to a call or a Zoom today, whatever it may be, whether you're messaging people, that's traditional. And it's very important to go through a process where you learn how to do that. And I recommend that you make at least 10 sales or recruit 10 people doing that process, because through that process, you get to learn about your company and the questions that people are going to ask and the objections that people are going to have. And you find that you learn the answers. So you got to go through this because you got to learn those answers. How do you order? What's the shipping? How many pills are in that bottle? How many ounces are in that thing? Can pregnant women take it? Can, if I have an extra big toe, is this product for me? All that stuff. You have to learn how to talk. Okay. No matter what it is that you're selling, no matter what it is you're doing, you have to learn how to talk. Okay. And it's important. And even if you talk to some of the greatest copywriters, they'll tell you that they spend a lot of time out in the marketplace learning the market and actually talking or communicating in different ways, or at least reading about all the concerns and problems that the marketplace has so that they can be ready to respond. Okay. So you have to go through that. And it's important that you learn it. But then for me, and this is for me, and I always just put in the disclaimers, guys, this is me, my lifestyle, my desires, the things that I like. Is anything else wrong? Absolutely nothing's wrong. There's no right way, because people always say to me, I want to do it the right way. Okay. There is no right way. The right way is the way that you find that works for you, that you get results with. I had small children when I started this. I couldn't be on the phone all night. I couldn't be on the phone after a certain hour, even though I did it anyway. It was very challenging, okay? Because I needed a way to work my business where I wasn't spending inordinate amount of time and hours, because I had kids. I wanted to be a present mom. That's why I was doing it. I'll look at the comments and questions in a second. And then also because, quite frankly, I didn't want that. And if you want to work like heavy duty, or you're an entrepreneur and you want to, my hair's bugging me now. I don't know, it feels weird. If there's something that you're after and you want to grind it out, you can, you should go for it. You're hitting that rank, all of that stuff. But I wanted something that I can do in several hours a day, that I can replace my income and I could be present for my children. Now, back in 99 and 2000, my kids are 3 and 6 and 4 and 7 and so on. That was just something that was a desire. Right now, we have a lot of people that's necessary. Okay. People are getting furloughed. People are getting laid off. People's companies are not reopening. They have their kids at home. They have to homeschool them. And even though they're online with the teacher, the parents have to be more involved. And so if there was ever a time to learn about attraction marketing, it's now, because it's a viable way to work a couple hours a day around your family's lifestyle and still make income. And I don't do the pie in the sky and the promise and the, more leads and more sales and all that stuff. And it's great. And I work with a company that does a lot of fun advertising and stuff, but it's just not where I'm coming from, man. It's just not where I'm coming from. So one process is outgoing. And really, guys, share this with someone. One process is outgoing. You go out to the people. Okay. And then that process also involves, which was a problem for me, rejection. Okay. So first of all, I was shy. I'm an introvert. Nobody believes that, but I'm sitting here in my pajamas. I can sit on a video camera in my pajamas, not having to be around anybody really. Okay. If I go to an event and I speak at an event by the end of the weekend, in fact, you almost always see me, I'm sick by the end of the weekend. And the reason why is because it takes so much out of me. So I really am an introvert, and approaching people was very hard for me. Had to learn it, but it was very hard for me. And the idea that this feeling that I was bugging people, I just couldn't shake it. And I know I'm not supposed to say that. And I know we're supposed to do this, guys, I worked through it, but I didn't like it. I never liked it. So as soon as I figured out through reading it was actually an ad, but I thought it was an article. It was, what do you call those? Advertorials, right? As soon as I figured out that it was possible to reverse the tide and have people coming towards me instead of me going after them, that's what I set my sights on. That's what I wanted. I'd rather have 5 people reach out to me a day that were pretty much ready to go and pre-sold than me sitting there going after people all day. And that's how it all started. And I learned certain sequences and certain formats. And guys, they're not complicated. And if you watch me today, I'm still, even having been largely absent for a few years, I'm still the #1 affiliate, top earner, top, producer at a large company. And the reason why is because I learned how to create this process, and I can crank it up whenever I want to. I can tone it down whenever I want to. Let me take a look and see what you guys are saying. I probably need to put my glasses on. Don't get old, right? Did anybody say anything, or is everybody just like, hey, hey, hey? Let's see. Jack and Trisha and Ray's here and Robert, and I don't know if you guys are still here. Let's see. Yeah, Toya, attraction marketing is an incredibly viable way. Both ways are viable ways. All different ways are viable ways to make a lot of money. And by the way, the other option I'll talk about in a minute is advertising. But they're all viable. The question comes down to what meets the needs of your family or your needs. Now I was supposed to be off traveling around, right? And I have done quite a bit of traveling, but my goal is to be able to travel the world. I'm looking at, I'm obsessed with going to Thailand and staying there for a while. I've been watching all these videos about it. Of course, we know we can't go anywhere, but eventually I'd like to get back on a plane someday and go, and I really want to spend some time in Central America and all these different things that I'd like to do. And that means I need to be mobile and I need to be nimble. I need to be able to have systems working for me, but I'm not talking complicated systems, guys. I could run a business right now on $20 a month, $20 a month overhead, legit. So it's all viable. It's just about what you want. Hey, Ardella, hey, Leopard Queen. Okay, so cool. Does anybody have, hey, Scott, how's our girl doing? How's our goats doing? Ms. Rena, hello. So here's what's also interesting, and I want you guys to understand, this is not new, okay? I worked in sales, believe it or not, because when I was like 20, 21, and actually 19, 20, I worked in an office, and I worked like in an employment agency, like a temp agency. And I was the person that sat in the office and picked up the phone and took the order for the employees or the temps that they needed. And then I went and I filled it. I was in incoming sales. I dealt with the person. I found out what they needed. I told them what was available. I called them back with their options, etc. And then I went out and found what they needed. Okay, I was in incoming sales, and I was really good at it. And the clients loved me, and they always asked about me. But I was in the office. I was inside the office, right? Which is kind of like home-based. I wasn't home-based, but I was in the office. Now, I had other colleagues that were outside sales, and they went out and visited the companies and tried to get the companies to use us. So they were in that type of sales. And so I thought I was going to switch, and I switched to outbound sales, right? Outgoing, reaching out. And I failed miserably. I got to tell you, I hated it. When I was inside and the people were coming to me, I was magnificent. I always increased the orders, and I created incredible loyalty. My boss, he actually offered to, I was like 20 years old, and he took me up to his other office and showed me around. He wanted me to move because he wanted me to be the manager at 20 years old of his other office, because I was so good with his clients and I was so good with the employees and so on. I'm not tooting my horn. I'm just saying that's my sweet spot. So attraction marketing was a natural fit for me because it was about driving people in and then taking care of them. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I love the idea of taking care of people and loving on people and helping them select. Like I sell a lot of things and I help them. I don't just drive something down their throat. By the way, you all sell a lot of things. If you're in network marketing, you sell a lot of things. I mean, unless you're in a one product company, and there's a few still left, but not that many. You all sell all different things. So everybody's just trying to ram people. And I just started going, hey, which would you like? And how can I help? And then I started, technology allowed me to create an ebook that explained things. It did the talking for me. And then YouTube came and the video could do the talking for me. And then capture page builders and funnel builders came, and I could have a tool doing the talking for me. And now we have lives and all of these things, and we can have tools talking for us, pushing people. And I used to have a lot of different funnels. Now I've simplified it so much that it's really just dianehockman.com. Go ahead and jump on my newsletter. You'll hear about all my offerings, everything I have going on. And if you need me, hit reply. I always tell people, hey, reach out, let me know what I can do for you. And I get every single day, I get people writing me. I have probably 4 or 5 today, signed 5 people today, right? Into different stuff I'm up to, because it was just people reaching out to me. And you know how long it took me to do that? Probably 15 minutes. Truth. 15 minutes. And I haven't written my list yet. I'm at the link when I'm doing a little live now. And then I'll go, write my list. It's late, but I'll do it anyway. And then me and my friend Ray are going to go watch some training. So here's the deal. You have to learn the fundamentals first. Once you know how to talk about your company and your products and you're familiar and all of that other good stuff, and you've gone out, and you should be using your hot market, the people that you know, to get your business going. Guys, see, I don't differ. That's the whole thing. I don't think your upline lied to you. I don't think you've been told the wrong thing. I don't think anybody's trying to, whatever. I think that that's a traditional method. Outbound is the normal starting process. And then it's up to you if you want to become a professional marketer. If you want to walk the road that some of the most successful, legendary people in this industry have walked. Or maybe you just want to walk the road that this just housewife mom walked, right? I'm still at home, but I'm not a wife no more. So, and I'm just sitting here in my pajamas like, hey, baby, I'm in my pajamas. Pathetic. And they ain't sexy pajamas. So this is as good as it gets probably. But I want you to really think about it. Could you have people coming inbound to you? Yes. Could it be very simple? Yes. In the beginning, do you need to learn to build a few things? Yes. Do you need to learn to use a tool called an autoresponder? Yes. Do you probably need to have something to give away, an ethical bribe or, bait, to get people into the list? Yes. Do you need to learn a little writing? Yes. Will it take you a little bit of time to do? Yes. But here's the alternative. Spending the rest of your career out prospecting every day, hunting. I'm the hunted, not the hunter. It's an old line that Joe wrote and Mike used, and it's been around the block, but become the hunted, not the hunter. And that's the choice that everybody gets to make. My brand of attraction marketing is not complicated. It does take learning to speak your words or write your words. It does take learning what drives and moves people. It does take a little bit of work to learn this, but man, oh man, oh man, the rewards are pretty amazing. If you have kids and you love them and you want to be around them, this is a solution. If you have a spouse that you want to have them get off your back, that you're always, obsessed with your business, this is your solution. If you have, if you're doing this part-time and you want to do it around your job, and especially if you don't need money immediately and you can go ahead and focus on building up this base of people to sell to. Absolutely. If you're an introvert like me and you kind of don't want to be on the phone all day talking to everybody, this is for you. All of these things and more. That's the promise of attraction marketing. And by the way, I know a lot of people teach attraction marketing requires advertising. I happen to have a little ad running right now for $10, but just in case somebody sees it and goes, you're advertising. Yeah, I spent $10, just trying something. And it's really because I have a neat new tool that I'm using, super simple tool, which I won't tell you guys about yet. I wanted to use it long enough before I told everybody about it. But I did run a little ad to see if it worked well, because I'm not technical, gang, and building all the pages and all that stuff, it takes me longer. I could go do this stuff faster myself. So I found a tool that allows me to capture leads without all the pages, which is, for me, will be revolutionary. So it looks like it's working pretty good. I think I got like 60 leads in the last couple of days. So if you want to learn about this, feel free to hit me up. And yes, I'd like to guide you, because there's a lot of stuff out there that will get you confused and your head spinning like nobody's business. But I have been helping people with this for years and years and years and years and years. And one of these days I'll haul out the the big binder of testimonials. I don't really flail them around a lot because who cares? The question is, does it work for you? Does it work for you? Will it help you? Will it solve your problem? And what it shouldn't be is super expensive, because that's one thing that I see out there. What it shouldn't be is super technical, unless you're technical and you like that type of stuff. And most of the time, the people who are technical, they get so caught up in building things, they don't make any money. What it should be is profitable. And what it should be is something that is yours, your email list and your audience. This becomes yours, and it's what will tide you over in different times. It's what's going to help you hit those promotions and hit those ranks and all that other stuff, because you can talk to a lot of people at once. And being able to do that. See, even lives, when lives started, when I used to do YouTube back in the day, when it first started, I do a video like this, I go to bed, I'd wake up, there's 2,000 views. When lives were beginning out, I'd get on and there'd be 300 people on, or I did a webinar and I'd have 300 people on. Now there's like 17, 25, 30 people. By the time all is said and done, and I suppose if I were more consistent and worked harder, et cetera, I could get 500 people to watch one of my lives, right? If I really worked really hard. And I know everybody told you not so long ago that going live daily was the answer. Not the answer. The answer is the people. The answer is knowing what attracts them. And then the answer is knowing how to communicate and follow up and be there on the day when they need you and treating people great. So I'm going to go. You see, it's DianeHogman.com. If you're not on the list, get on. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. Working on a special right now. You know, let me know. Let me just look and see if there's any questions or anything I can help you guys with. I need my glasses again. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just being quiet. I'm seeing what Thomas, my beloved. No, you know, Thomas, and it's so funny, guys. Thomas is a trainer extraordinary, does all these cool workshops and all this other stuff. But one of my favorite things about, and I love Thomas, and I could look at him all day. He's easy on the eyes. Let me just say that. Love set. He's a very handsome, delightful man, very charming, very wonderful, very smart. But I like to look at the pictures of his dog. Okay. His dog, I love his dog, and she's the queen, man. And it's funny because whenever I see her in the feed, I just stop. And a lot of times we're just trying too hard and we're pushing too hard. And a lot of times it's just letting people see inside your lives. I saw he has a great vegetable and herb garden. It made me want to go out to San Diego and, you know, sit down with him and his honey. You know, this is the type of stuff that is so attractive, and people are missing it because they're so busy promising more leads and sales, and everybody says that, and more this and more that. And it's great, but it's not the stuff that glues people to you. And that's the stuff that glues us to people. So, I'm so cute with my glasses. I'm so old is what it is. I used to be able to see without them. That's why I have the big phone. So I didn't have to pull them out. But now lately, I don't know. Maybe it's all this staying in the house or whatever. And they're granny glasses in my pajamas too. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on. You know, I can't say enough about how it's changed my life, and how much I want to, you know, just come back out and revamp stuff for 2020 and beyond. Whoever knew it was going to be like this. Some of my courses and different things and workshops. Because once you get this, it is just not hard. The biggest problem people have with this, it's not that it's complicated. It's that their self-image won't allow them to do that. They say things like, nobody reads my newsletter. Nobody wants to hear from me. Nobody cares about my life. Nobody cares about my dog. Why would anybody listen to me over so-and-so? Guys, when I started, the big names that were out on the net were like Mike Dillard and who else was big? You know, there were a couple, Mark Hoverson, may he rest in peace. And, you know, I was like this little goofy housewife up against all these big dogs because they had all these websites and stuff and nobody else had them. And everybody was like, who is she? Who is she? I mean, I actually won, I was a top 10 affiliate in a huge launch with names like like Frank Kern and Evan Pagan and stuff like that. And I told the story recently, I got to the event and when I went to check in, the whole registration table went, oh, wait here. And I was like, why? I thought I did something wrong. It was because everybody wanted to know who the hell I was. And I was just some little housewife chick. To this day, I'm still some, maybe I'm not a housewife, but I'm still a, chick in her pajamas. And I refuse to overcomplicate it. And I refuse to spend a gazillion dollars on, that which is easily accessible. I refuse to charge a gazillion dollars. I refuse to make it so that it's so difficult that the average person can't do it. The only thing that somebody couldn't do that I do is just because they just don't want to. They just don't want to. Simple as that. All right, I'm going to go cough the rest of the night away. I'm going to go watch some training. I will see you guys soon. If you need anything, reach out. Make sure you're on the list. And that's it. Maybe one of these days I'll make something fancy. I did give out a training yesterday that we did last week. That was really cool. If anybody needs that, it's somebody was like posting, and you know how a lot of people advise you to post and then tell people to comment if they like the info. Well, one of my girls had so many people asking for info. She was overwhelmed. And so we did a little training on how to create a marketing system to handle them. So she didn't have to spend, because she was spending like literally 14 hours a day trying to follow up with tire kickers. You don't want to be doing that. Okay. You want a system that, sorts, selects, searches, and even sponsors for you. It's possible. And so we did that, and we helped her with the idea and the concept. And then one of the guys in our group, he ended up putting one together like literally within the hour. So we're going to do a follow-up with him and talk about the letters and how we structure the communication with folks. And it's a lot easier than you'd think. Sometimes people read my newsletter today, and I've been writing for years, and they think they're supposed to write like a fancy copywriter. No, you're not. You're just supposed to write like you. And that's how I started. And then eventually I got more skilled with words. I used to try to compare myself with my mentor, who's one of the most incredible copywriters this industry's ever seen. And I always felt like my letters were pathetic next to his. And now people say that to me. It's just practice and learning some persuasion and learning some word power. And, those of you that are in my Deep Abyss mastermind that we do every month, we're doing a lot of that persuasion stuff in there. And that's incredibly inexpensive. It's $25, guys. People are like, nobody will teach me. $25 to learn the secrets of persuasion. Crazy deal. So, all right, kids, I'll let you know how that software works out. Some of you might want to try it. All right. Have a good night. Take care, everyone. And hey, listen, if you liked this, share it for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. Take care. I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? Everybody's like so afraid of sharing other people's stuff and so afraid of whatever. They get on my newsletter. If you say something cool, I'll send them over your way. They can get on your newsletter. After that, it's all about communication, gang. You can't take someone from someone. Really get this through your head. You can't take someone from someone. You can't put somebody in a cage. You can't try to control folks. Attraction is attraction is attraction. You can't stop it. And when somebody's attracted to someone else, you can't stop it. And it's just natural. It's the way it is. And if you believe in it, a lot of people like try to stop people from going near people they're going to be attracted to. My philosophy is always, how can I become more attractive? And it certainly ain't wearing pajamas and a ponytail at night. But what are you going to do? All right. See you guys later. Love you.